Hey guys, right, as you know, E3 2014 is upon us. Microsoft Xbox predictions: Halo 5, Banjo Kazooie 3, Alan Wake 2, Forza Horizon 2, a new IP, and possibly a price cut. Right, so Microsoft and the Xbox One is shaping up to be a blockbuster event. Gamers know a new Halo is coming, but what about the return of some franchises like Banjo Kazooie, Alan Wake, and Forza Horizon? Now I'm going to kick off my E3 2014 predictions. Now, I still don't know whether Nintendo are going to be at E3 this year. Whether they are, I don't know. They probably will be there. The two other big players in the game, Microsoft and Sony, will be at the show with big presentations in hand. Now, we all know this. Now, considering a lot of bashing on the Xbox One, it had a successful console launch, which is amazing considering all of the negative energy surrounding the console before its launch, with the DRM, trade games, physical games and all that. But as we know, Microsoft listened to the fans and reversed this. What is concerning me is these Titanfall numbers, why they haven't come out and given accurate, what Titanfall sold. We know it helped boost console sales. We know the game is doing very well on the 360 now. So to me, E3 2014 needs to be a huge show for the Xbox One for many reasons. Right, now to me, I think a lot of consumers are finding it difficult to pick up the Xbox One when the competition has the cheaper console and arguably the best console. I'm only going off what people say. Now, to me, I love my Xbox One. I love the games. I love the features of the Xbox One. I love the way it adapts into your living room, into your bedroom, with the TV integration and everything else. To me, it's the perfect console. Now, what they need to do is, at E3, Phil Spencer's took over now, as you know. So what they need to do, he needs to bang on about now. It's not just about the TV entertainment experience, it's also about games. So that's what he needs to plug more to get these sales up. But more importantly, why the Xbox brand is one that focuses on games. So I'm going to get some easy predictions now. Right, Halo is coming to Xbox One, but will it be Halo 5 or will it be a Halo 2 anniversary? So what will it be? There have been rumours for a while now that Halo 5 has been pushed back to next year after a supposed leak from an insider that was not happy with Microsoft. Now, this insider claimed that this year's Microsoft will release a Halo 2 HD similar to what they did with the first Halo on the Xbox 360, and that Halo 5 will be out in 2015 because it needed more time and polish. Now, personally, I feel like Halo 5 has not been pushed and it will see a full reveal at E3 2014 and will obviously be Microsoft's big title for 2014. Halo is what made the Xbox a brand, and Microsoft knows if they push their first big Halo on Xbox One release a year back, their holiday period will be a rough one. They need their flagship product and franchise on the Xbox One. Now, I know a lot of gamers are saying it's obviously been pushed because we haven't seen any kind of footage or gameplay since its initial reveal trailer last year. To those people, I say, remember that Halo 4 was announced at E3 2011 and pretty much was silent until the following year. Either way, some sort of Halo titles will be on the Xbox One in 2014. So fans of the series can look forward to that. Forza Horizon 2 is a poorly kept secret, but that won't stop fans from being excited. Now, what about Other known franchises from Microsoft. Another given at this point is the next installment in the Forza Horizon franchise that debuted in 2012. Microsoft has made it clear they plan to make Forza a yearly title, alternating between Forza Motorsport and Forza Horizon, which means Forza Horizon 2 is a poorly kept secret. This doesn't mean that Forza Horizon 2 will be an afterthought, and in fact it will probably be my most anticipated title on the Xbox One for the upcoming year, but there isn't going to be much more surprise when the trailer hits at E3 2014. So let's talk about franchises that might make a surprise appearance. The fact that Microsoft was even willing to put money behind an exclusive fighting game gives me hope for the return of another franchise Microsoft owns, and I am hoping E3 2014 will be the debut of some forgotten faces. Will Banjo Kazooie 3 finally make its debut at E3 2014? As you know, Banjo Kazooie 3 makes a ton of sense to me at this point in Xbox One's life. Microsoft has made it clear that they are going to be trying new and different things with a library of games that will be available for the Xbox One, and Banjo Kazooie 3 would be a perfect fit to shake up the image that the console has. This is a franchise that is just sitting and it is begging to be brought back to life, and I have the suspicion that there was a new title from Banjo in the works for the Xbox 360, but for whatever reason was never finished. There have been rumours circulating for what seems like forever that Rare has been working on a new title, but whenever Rare shows up at E3, it's to show off the next Kinect Sports. This leads me to believe that Rare simply isn't the developer behind it. Similar to what Microsoft did with Killer Instinct, they possibly have brought in a third party to try and do something with Banjo Kazooie, and I am feeling fairly confident we will see Banjo's return at E3 2014. I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't a full AAA title though. Battletoads rumours. I think you've just got to keep dreaming on that one. And not all the teasers we have seen from Rare, such as Battletoads style costumes and Kinect Sport rivals, are simply Rare just having fun. Then there's a little franchise Microsoft recently purchased known as Gears of War. We know that Black Tusk is working on a new Gears of War game on the Xbox One, and as much as I want to see the Gears can look and feel like in Unreal Engine 4, I expect to hear next to nothing about the new title at E3, but you never know. There's a chance we could see a teaser or a target trailer, but unless Black Tusk was working on the new title long before the acquisition of the franchise was announced by Microsoft and the Xbox team, it feels far too early to show it off. E3 2015 sounds like a time when Gears of War on Xbox One will be a big thing. Now, going on to new IPs is something all gamers want, and Microsoft will likely show something new at E3 2014. Now let's move to my personal favourite prediction, and it comes from one of my favourite developers, Remedy. Alan Wake is not a game that deserves Game of the Year awards, but is still happening to be one of my favourite games on the 360. This is simply because it offered something that felt like new and unique, but also had the Remedy feel that only could get their games. Do I think Alan Wake 2 is coming? Totally, I think it's coming, but not anytime soon. Quantum Break is Remedy's focus right now, but that game is expected to hit stores in 2014, and it will be a big focal point during E3. But development on that game has to be wrapping up within the next couple of months or so to get ready to ship. Remedy is obviously working on something else, and Alan Wake 2 makes a lot of sense for the next project. I am feeling a nice teaser after their Quantum Break presentation to debut Alan Wake 2 to the world, similar to how Bungie unveiled Halo Reach after their gameplay presentation of Halo 3. New IPs are something that are extremely difficult to talk about, obviously because they are new and it's next to impossible to predict something you know nothing about. This is an area where Xbox fans have been pleading with Microsoft to throw money at, but other than Rise and Titanfall, we haven't seen any major releases that are new. Quantum Break and Sunset Overdrive are coming in 2014, so that proves Microsoft is indeed trying new things. But what about other games we don't know about? I firmly believe Microsoft will show off some fresh new IP at E3 2014. What genre those will be, no one really knows, but it feels as if Microsoft understands they can't rely on the Xbox 360 approach they took with the first party titles. Microsoft's strategy has always been to build a new franchise into monsters that people just adore, such as Halo and Forza, and that has worked for them tremendously with the Xbox 360. But with a new generation comes new franchise and experiences. What they have shown is a fantastic start, but E3 is where they really need to show they are committed to new franchises. I don't expect to see all them ship in 2014, but a few teasers just to show they are working on for work in 2015 would be a nice treat. Now I'm going to go into a price cut now. I think at E3 Xbox will announce either a connectless Xbox One or a price cut. The Xbox One also needs some changes as well, at least in the terms of price. Right now, both the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One are selling very well, but the PlayStation 4 is simply selling much better. The price of the Xbox One is still $499 US, which is just too high. I understand Microsoft's thinking, but the fact is a direct competition has a very similar box at a cheaper price that is appealing to more hardcore gamers. Microsoft needs to change this, but I have a feeling they will only get there halfway at E3. Microsoft will likely cut the price to $449 officially and bundle in a game to try and compete more aggressively with a PS4. But I personally feel they need to drop it by at least $100 or £100 and keep the game inside the box as well. That may seem extreme, but Microsoft needs to really be aggressive over the next few years, or they will face an even bigger gap between the console sales. If both consoles were priced the same, you will start to see very interesting debates and discussions among gamers, and it would be a huge push to show that Microsoft is indeed here to win it, as they say. But I believe it will be cut to $449 US, and I think it will be cut to around £370 in the UK. So E3 is extremely important to all the three big players, but personally I feel like Microsoft has the most to prove out of all the three. After their confusing reveal and their flat out horrible PR that followed, Microsoft needs some amazing PR to keep building upon the positive image they have managed to start creating with the Xbox One. Last year's presentation was quite good and focused on the games entirely, which was a nice change off pace for Microsoft, but the negative image that was created just overshadowed anything Microsoft showed. Phil Spencer says their E3 2014 presentation will be all about the games again. Hopefully they stick to their word. This could be the year for Microsoft re-establishes their place in the gaming world. Either way, they should have a very strong E3 2014 presentation, which is more than exciting. So let us know what you think, guys. What are your expectations of E3 2014? Are you excited for it? No matter what brand you follow, Xbox, Nintendo, PlayStation, you know, let us know in the comments, guys. I'm sorry it's a bit long, the video, but thanks for watching and keep it gaming. Peace out.